The car door opens. Mike Tyson steps out. Slow, quiet, deliberate. No crowds, no arena lights. Just another morning in another gym. But when Tyson walks through those doors, it never feels ordinary. Even now, decades after his prime, the shadow of the most feared heavyweight in boxing still follows him. Once, he ended fights in minutes, sometimes seconds. Power like that doesn't fade, it just waits. Inside the gym, the work begins again, because waiting on the other side is a completely different kind of fighter. Floyd Mayweather, not a knockout artist, not a brawler, a technician, a man who built an undefeated career by making the impossible look easy and the dangerous look harmless. One man built his legend on destruction, the other built his on perfection. A heavyweight monster, and boxing's greatest defensive mind. Different eras, different styles, different worlds, and somehow, they're stepping into the same ring. Mike Tyson versus Floyd Mayweather.
I think for Mike Tyson, he's going to be very frustrated. He will want to lay a shot on him to get rid of him, but unfortunately, you slow down by the time he gets the better of us all.
The clash between Floyd Mayweather and Mike Tyson is getting closer, and both legends are deep in their camps, grinding hard every single day. At 59, Tyson still looks powerful and locked in, moving with serious intent, and showing he's not playing around when it comes to this sport.
There's Mike, put everything together. So mentally, physically, we're excited, man. Excited. If the fight was next Saturday, you will be ready for it. So we talk about Roy was 4 years ago. Today, Mike is much better than he was when he fought Roy.
At 49 years old, Floyd Mayweather moves with the same precision that made him untouchable. Inside the gym, he pounds the heavy bag like it owes him a debt. Sharp, controlled, relentless. The undefeated champion hasn't lost his edge. If anything, he's here for one reason: to sharpen the skills that kept him perfect. He's training smart, staying disciplined, and moving like time hasn't slowed him down at all. Rafael Cordero, Mike Tyson's trainer, says Tyson is exceptional at 59, still sharp and handling intense training, sparring, and all routines with impressive strength and focus.
Mike's just different. I've worked with some very exceptional athletes throughout my life, and they're all remarkable in their own way, but Mike's just a whole different animal.
What are we doing?
We'll do one more set. Get 12 reps. It's the heaviest we've gone on this. So just focus on perfect form for 12 reps.
233 today, contact for 230.
12 is all we need.
I'm always at 225, 228.
Lean mean.
Big
Lean
chest.
mean.
1, there we go. 2, 3, 4, good work. 8, 4 more. 9, 10, 2 more, Mike. 11, and 12.
On the flip side, Floyd Mayweather Jr. has already started prepping for the Tyson showdown, hitting pads and flashing that quick snap in his punches. The speed is still there, the rhythm is smooth, and he's clearly taking this seriously. But not everyone is cheering. Wade Clemens says it's unfortunate to see legends competing at this age solely for money, calling it a clear money grab.
Exhibition ending thing, right? Where they both get their hands raised, no one gets touched, with any sort of violence or anything, and we leave going, yeah, that was super embarrassing. I just either wasted my money or wasted my time. But hey, good for Mike and Floyd that they got paid. You know what I mean? Like, they're asking us to watch a boxing match. We're gonna go watch some sort of attempt to perform, but it won't be anything close to what we want. So yeah, man, I just think it's sad. I think it's embarrassing for Floyd mainly that he needs to keep doing this, and maybe a little bit for Mike. I feel more bad for Mike than anything. I feel a little bit more embarrassed for Floyd after flexing all that money for years and years to have to come back, and the tax man needs his 20 mil and the debt collectors need their 50 mil, and now he's in a lawsuit with Showtime because it's clearly becoming a financial issue with Floyd. That's an embarrassing thing for him, but maybe the same with Mike. It's just more sad.
That comment stirred talk fast, because when icons step back in the ring, people always question the motive. Former world champion Johnny Nelson also weighed in on the exhibition between Floyd Mayweather Jr. and Mike Tyson. He pointed out the big gaps in size and speed, asking how those differences will be handled and whether special rules might be needed to keep things balanced and fair. Nelson made it clear he doesn't believe any formal rules or pre-planned scripts will truly hold up once the bell rings.
Really? This is an argument that's going to be held out in public.
How's this going to work though? Because there's such a big disparity in size. As you said, there's going to be a huge difference in speed as well. Are there going to have to be some special rules in place for this fight?
Well, if there are rules, nobody's going to stick to them. I don't believe in a million years Floyd Mayweather is going to stick to any script that's been written in regards to this exhibition. And I don't think Mike will either. I don't think, if there's anything scripted, allegedly, they said with Mike and Jake Paul, I don't think whatever's written down, there's going to be anybody sticking to the rules, because this is beyond what we see on TV. This is beyond this is personal. These two guys worked together previously and still do probably.
He stressed that Mayweather isn't the type to blindly stick to a set plan, and Tyson likely won't either. When two strong personalities step in the ring, control can slip fast. He said this feels way more personal than a normal exhibition match. There's real history between them, and from what he's seen, the vibe hasn't exactly been friendly. That tension alone could flip the whole mood of the fight. Nelson also brought up the age factor, pointing out that Tyson has already faced much younger opponents like Jake Paul. Still, competing at a high level long after your prime years is no small task. He explained that when you mix age, deep experience, pride, and that competitive fire, things can turn unpredictable.
No, I think when it comes to a fan's favourite, I'm quite sure most of the fans I'd love to see Mike Tyson put Floyd in his place, and that's probably what will be the attraction as well. But you've got to remember, Mike Tyson's 59 years old. You've got to remember, Floyd Mayweather is still hitting the bag in the gym. He's still moving around, even though he's 48 years old. So you've got to remember that. So you're going to buy into it, no matter how disgusting you think this fight is, no matter what complaints you have about it, you're going to buy into it because you're going to see an argument played out in real life, real time.
Yeah, but can you understand though why a lot of fight fans don't want to see this? They don't want to see two guys who are past their best, two great champions, go out and fight each other and maybe tarnish their career in some way.
Completely. But you've got to remember, these guys are individuals, their fathers, their brothers, or whatever, and they still want to earn a massive chunk of money. Where's Mike Tyson? Whatever they're getting paid.
Many observers, including voices like Wade Please, have pointed at recent legal and financial drama surrounding Floyd Mayweather Jr. They argue that his upcoming exhibition with Mike Tyson might be driven more by money than by legacy or competition. Mayweather has filed a major lawsuit in California against Showtime Networks Inc. and former Showtime Sports president Steven Espinoza. In the filing, he claims they were part of a long-running financial scheme that allegedly left a huge chunk of his career earnings missing. That's a serious accusation tied to some of the biggest nights in boxing history. According to the legal complaint, Mayweather alleges that around $340 million from his fight purses, including massive events like his bout with Manny Pacquiao and Conor McGregor, was diverted into accounts not under his control. The documents, he claims, were misleading, and certain financial records were not accessible to him. These claims have fueled talk that stepping back into the ring against Tyson could be about securing major paydays amid ongoing financial disputes. Whether that's fully true or not.
It made no sense how he looked coming up to the Jake Paul fight. He had abs again, which was crazy at 58, turning 59, man. If I have a portion of that still left at that age, then fair play to him. But yeah, man, this is sad. I don't have really any other words other than just this is disappointing. It speaks to the real problem in single athlete sports and really all sports. If you're mismanaging your money, and listen, there's a lot of money in boxing right now. And there was a lot of money in boxing when Mike Tyson was great, and there was a lot of money in boxing when Floyd was great. But if you don't have the right people around you, if you have people you can't trust, and it shows how scummy this business has been for a very long time. The Don King robbery of Mike Tyson. Apparently, allegedly, Floyd is saying Showtime and Al Heyman have done the same to him. We'll see how true that is.
Some analysts connect this courtroom battle with Mayweather's steady return to high-profile exhibitions. They believe the timing suggests financial pressure could be playing a bigger role than pure love of competition in his retirement decisions. When big money and legal disputes collide, people start reading between the lines fast. At the same time, others take a more understanding stance on veteran fighters stepping back into the spotlight. They argue there's no shame in chasing major paydays later in life, especially for athletes who gave decades of sweat and sacrifice to the sport. From that angle, an exhibition between icons like Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. looks less like desperation and more like smart business built on legendary status.
Let them get their money. They're gonna make a lot of money. Mike Tyson makes the money to give to his kids. Floyd makes the money to show us, right? Let them make their money. Why not? It's an exhibition style. They got history. They don't like each other. They are two of the biggest imposing figures in boxing history. Mike Tyson, Floyd Mayweather, and Muhammad Ali. Right? So they gonna make a lot of money. A lot of people gonna tune in and they gonna watch it. They don't like each other. So even though it's an exhibition style, you best believe it's not gonna count against their actual record, but it's a real fight. And Mike Tyson is not gonna hold back no punches like he did with Jake Paul. And Floyd Mayweather ain't gonna hold back no punches.
Is seen by many not as some desperate move, but as a smart and legitimate way to lock in serious earnings, even decades after their prime years. Supporters say long careers in sports come with real challenges, like slower recovery, physical wear, and the constant need to protect financial stability after retirement. By stepping into high-profile exhibitions, fighters can cash in on their name, experience, and lasting skills while still giving fans something exciting to watch. It's business mixed with passion.
Against Mike Tyson, you could believe that. This is gonna be a real fight. Once it's exhibition style, so it won't count against their box rec, and it's not sanctioned by a commission or any of that or that. But you best believe they're gonna want to. So they're gonna make a lot of money, and it's gonna be entertaining because they don't like each other. There's bad blood. They're gonna let them fly, and neither one of them wants to go home saying they lost to the other one. Mike Tyson has been, making passes at trying to. He wanted to hit Floyd at the WBC convention. Remember that famous epic moment where he walks up past Floyd and he's receiving his belt and he just flinches at Floyd, and Floyd don't budge. You're just looking at him, right? Mike Tyson always say he a scared little man walking around with all the security. They don't like each other. It's bad blood. So
Joe Rogan also weighed in on the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., pointing out the unusual energy and contrast between these two massive icons. He said straight up that these two don't have a friendly relationship, and he expects both men to come in looking to hurt, not hug. Rogan believes they'll try to knock each other out, which instantly makes the fight dangerous and unpredictable. That kind of tension doesn't stay calm once the bell rings. Rogan even called the matchup weird, stressing that it feels more driven by financial rewards than pure competition. In his view, at this stage in their careers, it looks less about chasing legacy and more about securing another massive payday.
It's kind of, it's
weird.
I don't want Jake to sue me. They're not. It's not like a real scrap. It's not real.
Really? So they're not trying to knock each other out?
No.
Well, Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather don't like each other. They have not liked each other forever.
Tyson and Mayweather.
Yes.
But they like
Mike
money.
Tyson and Mayweather don't like each other.
Huh.
If there's a fight that might be real, like where Mike Tyson might say, I'm going to knock this mother out, or I'm going to try to knock this mother out.
Floyd? They wouldn't fight.
Yeah, because if you look at like the Jake Paul fight,
They're
no
fighting.
disrespect. And if you look at the Roy Jones fight, no disrespect.
Yeah.
They look like they were sparring,
Yeah.
right? It looked like there was agreements made.
Yeah.
He's still in shape. He's
Yeah,
still
they're
fit.
both old as
Old as
This is the boxing.
How old is Mayweather?
67.
Dude, Bernard
49?
Hopkins was
49.
still at the best in the world at 50.
Yep.
I mean, that's
Yep.
incredible.
That doesn't mean shit though. With this, because he was
Kentucky's got-
active fighting contenders.
Yeah.
Kentucky's
You're talking
got
about
Gomez
retired
on the
contenders.
ground.
You're talking about two retired guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fighting the
that's so
It's just
weird.
money grabs.
It's
just-
so weird,
Yeah, it is weird. It's money grabs. I don't like it, but it's fun.
Tony Jeffries also broke down the upcoming exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr., comparing it to Tyson's earlier bout with Jake Paul. He recalled how, before that fight, many doubted whether Tyson still had the power and timing to deliver a true knockout at his age. Jeffries contrasted that with Mayweather's calculated style over the years. He pointed out that Mayweather has always moved smart, picking the right timing and often waiting for opponents to show cracks before stepping in. That patience has been a key part of his long, undefeated run.
That being said, when Mike Tyson fought Jake Paul, that was the same. But back then, we didn't know what was going to happen with that fight because it was like, has Mike Tyson still got a little bit to be able to knock out Jake Paul? And we didn't know what to expect because Mike was putting work in the build-up to that fight, talking about how he's going to destroy Jake Paul. So we kind of believed that. But now, Money Mayweather is doing what he's done throughout his full career. He's waited for the guy to box and then see what they're like, and then it's like, oh yeah, I'll be able to beat him. I mean, remember when Floyd fought Manny Pacquiao? Like, he waited until Manny got knocked spark out from Marquez, and then he was like, yeah, now's my time to fight him. I just don't believe that Floyd would have fought Mike Tyson if Mike Tyson didn't fight Jake Paul. But Floyd seen that Mike Tyson couldn't hardly walk to the ring. When he got to the ring, he couldn't move around. Jake Paul was running circles around him. And that being said, I'm a huge Mike Tyson fan, like huge, but we see what Floyd's doing here.
He brought up the example of Mayweather waiting to face Manny Pacquiao until after Pacquiao suffered a tough loss to Juan Manuel Marquez. Jeffries believes Mayweather likely wouldn't have signed to fight Tyson if he hadn't noticed moments where Tyson seemed to struggle against Jake Paul, who was able to move freely while Tyson looked more restricted in comparison. Jeffries stressed that their motivations don't fully match. He suggested Tyson is mainly chasing a major payday, while Mayweather is seizing another high-reward opportunity, something that lines up with the business-first strategy he's followed his entire career.
Earned absolutely millions of dollars for like me and you if you're a fighter. So we've got to make as much money as we can while we can and then get out of the sport. But with these two, they're multi-millionaires. And I want to get into the tail of the tape and talk about exactly the records and all that stuff with it. But first, I just want to say, like, I believe that these are doing this for different things. Mike Tyson is doing it purely for the money. Purely for the money. Floyd is doing it for the money as well, but also I believe Floyd's doing it for that limelight. You've seen the numbers that Mike Tyson, Jake Paul got, and I think this is the most viewed fight of all time, Mike Tyson, Jake Paul. I might be wrong in saying that, but I'm sure it was. It was hosted on Netflix, and Floyd's been one in the past with his ego that he wants to just, be in that limelight all the time.
One of the wildest parts about this exhibition between Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather Jr. is their age. Tyson stepping in at 59 and Mayweather at 48 instantly raises eyebrows about stamina, durability, and how their bodies will respond under pressure. That's not a small detail. It changes everything about how this fight could play out. What makes it even more unusual is that this feels less like a standard fight promotion and more like a move from major rights holders. They reportedly control global rights to HBO World Championship Boxing and several older Comcast events. Their core business is licensing classic fight footage to networks and media platforms, not putting on massive live bouts themselves. That's why it feels strange seeing them tied to an event that could reportedly cost close to 9 figures to stage. That kind of money is serious, and it leaves people wondering what the full play is here. With more broadcast partnership details still expected, there's clearly more happening behind the curtain. So the big question stays loud. Why is this happening right now? Yes, both men still look sharp for their age. Tyson shows flashes of raw strength and toughness, and Mayweather still moves with that slick speed and technical control. But let's be real, they're not in the same peak form that once made them unstoppable forces. This sets up a rare, almost surreal moment where two iconic names, long past their prime years, meet in a spotlight built on legacy, business, and pure intrigue. Inside the ring, analysts say the age factor changes everything. It doesn't just impact speed or stamina, it reshapes the entire strategy of the match. With both men older, smart pacing, ring IQ, and calculated movement become critical. Critics label it a payday move, while supporters argue it's a well-earned opportunity to profit from decades of sacrifice and dominance. And let's be real, exhibitions have always been part of boxing history. Even icons like Ali stepped into unusual showcase bouts for major paydays. This isn't new, it's just happening on a massive modern stage. What the Paul Tyson event really proved is that you can take a veteran like Tyson, who many believe isn't the same force he once was, and build a massive promotional wave that convinces the public he's back in prime form. When the marketing machine kicks in, perception can become more powerful than reality. That formula alone helped generate some of the biggest numbers seen in the last decade. In moments like that, the actual fight quality almost becomes secondary. By the time the bell rings, the audience is already locked in, emotionally invested, and part of the spectacle. That same blueprint looks like it's being applied here. In the press release, the focus wasn't really on promising an all-time classic inside the ring. Instead, the spotlight was on a robust promotional campaign packed with weekly premium storytelling. That's the real engine behind the hype, and it's designed to pull serious viewership. And let's be honest, they didn't pick Tyson and Mayweather by accident. Those two names alone carry weight, history, and instant attention.